Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the MEX FEI Grand Fest Season 1. This is the sweet stage in the Mobile Legends 5v5 game category, and tonight we are going to have the beast, shall I say, or one of the very best that we have right now, who are slaying the top dogs. They were away from the tournament scene from a very long time, but they are back, ready to claim their rightful throne at the top there itself. On the blue side, we have Team Anarchy, also known as the Sacred Shine. And at the red side, we have 1857 Revolution, which is then switched to Revolution X Don't Say Esports. So these are our matches, our teams for tonight. I hope they are going to give us a really great show. And at the same time, in case you do not know, in this particular tournament, it is not only about the MOBA 5v5 tournament. This is a Grand Fest, meaning that there is a multiple gaming tournament happening right now, and those games are including the BGMI, FC Mobile 4, PC as well. And also, in addition to that, there is even the Dota 2 tournament going on. And last but not the least, we have the Mastermind game where the kings used to play during the olden times. Chess, e-chess, and even the board chess is coming up soon. And with that being said, everything is quite clear from our side. We will go straight into the drafting stage, and before we start anything, I would like to introduce everyone. We can see in the thumbnail we got new faces. Ash is being replaced for now. That might be the very last time we are going to see Ash, or maybe the beginning, as we already said. Tonight, our new main caster is going to be also known as our hype caster, Mr. Shinryu. Please take your time.
Thank you so much, Malsam, and it's absolutely an honor to be here again, back casting with you, right? Because last time we had so much fun doing it, and I was looking forward to another chance tonight. So here we are, and what could be a better stage than MEX FEI Grand Fest 1, right? The Swiss Stage 2, we are right into day number 3, and right now we are looking two great teams in front of us. Of course, there is Anarchy onto the blue side, like you mentioned, and you know what? Like 1857, that's the first year when the revolt took place, where India was trying to fight for the freedom. So it has a really great significance attached to it. So I mean, the significance is of course there, but how significant these players will be in this game would really be important, because we take a look at the draft, right? Already we are in it, and quite a few bans taking place. The first pick, though, from the side of Anarchy will be Bagzia. So is it going to the roam? Is it going to the jungle? Will still be a question. However, there's a retribution on it. So what do you think?
Baxia is always a suitable hero for the first pick. We can even take him as the EXP, of course, even for the roam or maybe the jungle. But right now, Baxia jungle is a S tier word hero. Maybe they might like to playing that way. But in this way, if they lock the Baxia, he can be flexible. They can even take the Yi Sanshin for later. And for the side of Revolution X DTS, they cannot take the Yi Sanshin anymore, because there's no way they can do anything against a Baxia. And now that we get the Angela, I guess it is quite clear that who is going into the jungle area. Coming up next, we are going to see Mr. Romcom here. Is he going to go for the EXP straight? But wait, what? A Novaria? Is this going to be a siege battle? Farsa, she got a super duper long burst damage range, and we are going to have this Novaria. It is going to be a siege battle in the mid lane. And what do you expect from the red side to take as a roam?
I think they need something which can actually stop the invades that can possibly comes in, right? Like you mentioned, the Novaria does have a really extended range, and with that, she can easily steal away the buffs. With the help of a Star Shatter, she can just, snipe it up, take it away. But again, I think they can still hold their roamer for a little bit longer, because the CC could be a really great pick out here against the tankier heroes, right? Because they want to sustain the damage, and CC can deal insane amount of damage. The Shred is always there with the help of the, the War Axe, true damage too. So I think this is a really smart pick coming in. And looking at the draft from 1857, I really like the first 3 picks, and they have covered a lot of grounds. Now they need something to, initiate, or even to just secure the objective control.
Of course, that is quite right. And since they got the 1-1 already here, it would be really easy for the 1-1 to shred them apart. And on top of that, 1857, also known as the Revolution, are going to have a really good advantage right now. 1-1 being picked, they can ban all the upcoming heroes such as Moskov or maybe even the 1-1 to make sure that this CC can extend as much as she wants, or maybe banning out the Herit might be somehow worth it since it is going to be a CC coming up, and I do know that the only way to stop CC is not by a marksman because she can't, get the vengeance and return the damage, but with the help of Herit, of course it might work. I hope they are well prepared regarding the draft, but on the other side they have to keep in mind that they are going up against Anarchy, the Sacred Shine. Here we have Romcom. Lots of possibility changes can be made here, but right now I really would suggest to ban out some kind of roam that can tear them apart, or maybe that can stop their invasion. Maybe a Hilda might work, but in the very last second they decided to go for the Lancelot. This is a great draft coming from both parties so far. Do you think that Revolution might like to go for another marksman, especially, a gold lane hero ban, especially that Harried?
Yeah, the Harith could be a potential problem for this 1-1, of course. However, I think they can still let the 1-1 just to get a free lane, maybe just force it to a 1v1, especially if she gets the winning lane. I think it can be really done well. However, I think the Kalea could be a really good possibility from the side of, Revolution, of course, because along with the Farsa, that works really well. You go for the Tsunami Slam, and then there's the Feather Airstrike, of course, that can be always a choice. However, I think for the Cool specifically, the ban should be the Bruno. Still a good ban. I'm not, criticizing it. I'm not saying it's a bad ban, but I think the Grandeur still being available, Fate can still go for it, and is really good on that pick too.
Alright, I guess that's alright, but I'm not sure regarding the Granger. But what if they play really aggressive, as always, like how they used to play? Then with those kind of aggressive play, Granger, he's the beast for sure. He can shred them apart from the very beginning, from level 1 itself. Actually, and then,
one thing to Malsam, along with the Novaria, he can get extended range, so that's a double down.
Of course, I used to see this Novari and Granger enjoying their snipe, isn't it? So for our very last ban, let's just see what they're going to ban. And this Hayabusa being banned out, making sure that Beat and this Z Wow are getting their free farm and full clip. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh my. This
is looking tough for the draft, right, from Anarchy.
Of course, it's getting hard for them a little bit, but they still have Romcom. His Phobias is still open. He can pick Glue, he can pick Uranus. Even if 1-1 is there, it is Romcom who is going to play the EXP. What I am fearing right now is on the side of Revolution, because Romcom is going with the Chow.
Absolutely insane, and this is something we haven't seen much too. I thought he will go for the Lapu Lapu. Could have been a really good pick.
Oh, it's banned.
But no. Oh, it's actually banned. Oh my bad. And that's a respect too. Right? You ban the Lapu Lapu specifically for Romcom. So, man, the show would be really amazing to watch in this game.
Of course. Actually, if he pick any EXP lane, of course, this CC is going to have the advantage. If you are going to have the advantage in the 1v1, why not pick a hero that can clear the land faster, isn't it? I think that is a really smart choice coming from the side of Anarchy, and at the same time to make their lineup really solid and making sure that they can get the free hit, their front line can do their job. Grok coming for the last pick in the Revolution is a really great choice. And here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is match number 1 in the sweet stage, day number 19. This draft is looking good, and just in case some of us miss out, as we got new viewers who just passed by, myself, I will display here on the screen, myself, Malsom, I'm going to be the co-caster in this tournament particularly, and one of the contender for the hype casting in the land, we have Mr. Shin Ryu.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And we will soon head for the first game of the evening, of course. This is going to be a match between Anarchy taking on against Team Revolution. The drafts look amazing, right? We have Romcom onto the show, something we are really anticipating to look forward to, of course. And I feel, the draft coming in from Revolution is really damage heavy, given the fact that, most of their heroes can deal damage independently, right? They do not need to rely on to each other much. But again, if you take a look at your screen, ladies and gentlemen, we can already see that we are heading into the land of Torn, right? And this will be the first game. So, for you, Malsum, how do you think the early game would span out? Like, do you think it will be much more about the rotations, or will it be about the mid control specifically?
If we are going to talk about the mid control Revolution, of course, just look at the hero. It's a Grok and Farsa. How will it beat this rotation, isn't it? Even if Farsa is soloing her lane, she can still clear the lane faster than Novaria and this Angela. So when it comes to the rotation, it would be the mid lane for sure. And yes, the burst damage would also be slightly in their advantage side. However, when it comes to the side lane, things change a lot here. Granger, he got a better burst than the 1-1. Inspire, it is going to have one heck of a cooldown. And from the EXP side, as you can see right now, Romcom is doing a little bit of a slow push here. And while Phenox is a little bit busy with the crap here, anyway, Romcom is still going to have an advantage when it comes to fast clearing. And he just proved himself reaching faster level 3. But for now, in the early phase, I have to conclude it with the one who has a better coordination. Of course, in terms of the hero, Revolution might get the advantage, but everyone knows Sacred Shine, also on the Anarchy, how they are performing in this recent tournament.
Absolutely. I think a lot of the rotation has to be maintained from the side of Anarchy by the Bugs here, because he will be he needs to be the front line, right? The Angela, yes, he's the roamer, but she's more about the utility in those team fights. But the Bugs here needs to soak in those damage for the team to be enabled to engage for those neutral objectives as well as those team fights too. But again, we're just 10 seconds away. Both the teams, they might want to soon rotate towards the turtle pit to gain control, to get the vision as well as the intel for the first objective take. However, you can see Bugs here already rolling in, but look at the positioning coming in from Phenox though.
Already in a great portion, providing all the necessary bit, he would be for sure natureable. But look at the side of Revolution, they are not getting a proper opening, but the fight pops up.
Oh, they go in and full clip with the Retribution, gets the 50-50 and first blood though secured by Art, but however they will trade out for bid, and Agony might have been a bit of pain because he was almost on the verge of being taken down, but Zevo, gets taken down just like that.
The underdog Revolution are up to the challenge. It is 2-1 already, but however, for the side of Revolution, Full Clip was going in a full dive in. He's a jungler, but somehow I think that is worth it. They secured the turtle and 2 kills on their side. That is a solid advantage. And addition to that one, I would say that he needs to go back anyway, right? To refill or just to do anything. So it's more like if he dies, he get transported back to the base quicker, maybe in some point, instead of going around and recall. I think that is somehow of a Revolution advantage, but in the end, I think the Anarchy are going to set up things little by little. Even in the early phase with this kind of drop, they are still getting the advantage. Look at the bot lane here. Fate is bullying Gwen-Sik right now.
There's a lot of range for this Ranger, right? With the poke damage, he's a lean bully most of the time, so I think he's taking most advantage of that. And Gwansek kind of having a hard time without any support. He does not have the vision, so he has to play defensively out there, and most of the time recall to the base to get back his HP, of course. However, it seems like Anarchy, they're really playing confident. If you take a look at the items, 1-1 just secured his first item though.
Even the turtle being secured by their side, as already mentioned, Fate has got a slight advantage in the landing phase. He got a higher gold. He already secured the Hunter Strike first. Now he's going straight into the Sky Piercer, that I hope, according to his item 3. But however, the turtle is going to spawn again within a few seconds here. Revolution are in a great position. Oh, it dives in with Mountain Shocker. That was an instant kill coming from the side of Revolution. That was quite fast. Now the turtle spawn. Let's see how fight comes up. Or would this be an uncontested turtle?
So far, it does seem an unconsidered turtle, but Romcom goes in with the Way of the Dragon, but it gets instantly cancelled out. Feather Airstrike drop 2. Romcom gets traded down. However, the turtle still gets secured by the side of Revolution, of course. However, Hard in the mix, trying to survive in the midst of three members. He does have the hard gun onto him, and Fedox gets taken down, and there's a lot of damage coming in. Fate with the rotation, making things possible. The Star Shadow 2 and the snipe from downtown takes down Agony and Team Anarchy. Despite losing the turtle, they take the fight.
As always, just the first turtle, they did the same here. They make sure that the jungler is being slayed here. Even in the second turtle, even if they are giving away, they did the same fate with the right rotation, giving him an upper hand here. At the bot lane, Gwensick is in a little bit of a trouble here. He learns the mistake, he retreated right away. But in off-game, we got being pit off by Full Clip there. That's a quick scene that we can't show multiple times. But damn, the reaction coming from Fade is quite fast. And let's not forget that Gwensick has a better mobility. He needs to catch up Fade, or else Fade is having one heck of a burst damage that could literally rack up the lineup of Revolution. But let's see, bot is looking interesting.
Yeah, there goes the Unity shield going in, but again, there's a lot of damage. Aki needs to use the Wings by Wings, but there goes the Tectonic Charge on the 3 members. Hard got 2 onto Art, but there goes the Wave of Dragon onto Agony. He gets taken down into the hands of Fate. Feather Strike drop down. A lot of damage, bit in a bit low HP. Gets taken down with, of course, Lethal Ignition, and right now there's a run for the side of Revolution, but they cannot, can they? But again, there's going to be again a trade-off. Fate gets taken down into the hands of Phoenix, but Arts 2 falls. But top lane, there's going to be a push by Full Clip. Obviously, he's all by himself, so taking the most advantage out there, taking the farm away too. And I think this is what he needs to do: maintain his farm and get the lead for his team.
And at the same time, Phoenix was doing a really good job guiding these 2 heroes literally Romgong calls for the way of the dragon, but he got the flicker does help him for that time, but I would call that one a waste of flicker. They could just retreat, isn't it? There wouldn't be enough damage to burst them down.
Red Strike. Oh, that's still not enough damage. You can see Fenox still trying to run, but not away from Bid. He has an insane range, but again, there goes Fate dealing out a lot of damage onto Full Clip. He wanted to go in with the Mountain Shocker, but once again, there's the Hard Guard. 3 members, actually 4 right now, coming in from the side of Revolution to contest for the turtle. It's a 50-50 so far. There's a Retribution available. Full Clip wins the red tree, and they are trying to just disengage, but Art wants to go in and stop that from happening. However, the weakness finder is already being up. There goes the crossbow of Tank onto Art, but he's too tanky at this point. Agony still trying to go in for the peel for his team, but there is enough damage. The Feather Strike once again is back from CD and dealing damage, but it's just for the zoning, so they do not lose any more members. However, Revolution with the better fight as well as the turtle this time, but the fight does not stop. Again, there goes another engaged Phoenix with a curtain call, stopping the advances. 1 member down, Fade in a right spot, gets taken down. Quansick with the shutdown.
Oh my gosh, what a place coming from Revolution all of a sudden, and Full Clip secures one more kill, and oh my gosh, Full Clip is literally cooking tonight matches. Although he got the upper hand when it comes to the hero, a double S tier hero, for a reason. He secures not just both the turtle, 3 turtles straight up. The first turtle, he steal it away. The second turtle was more of a free turtle, and the third turtle, he proved himself that Art is a good player, but when it comes to securing the objective, I will show my supremacy. And of course, if I'm not wrong, Art is more of the painter, isn't it? The guy who paints, or shall we say the roamer who paints the way in. But let's see how Anarchy are going to adjust in this kind of a little bit of a new formation that they are playing right now. Is 12-7. Lots of things can change, lots of things can happen, as the Lord is going to spawn within 30 seconds. Let's check out their itemization. And Mr. Shinryu, can you please give a brief details on this itemization for this particular game?
Absolutely, you can see the lead already onto Full Clip. He's 2,000 gold ahead, and that's what you need on your jungle. And not only in gold, he's ahead in terms of EXP2. Gold lane, it's pretty much a battle. Like, it's just a lead for the 1-1 so far. However, Fate can just get those kills and maybe get back the lead once again. However, the main problem is going to be the mid lane damage control. But again, there's a rotation down bot. Anarchy with 5-man rotation this time, but they have completely left their mid lane wide open. The Lord is still up, but they do get 1 turret down bot, so they're trying to gain some intel, some vision. But there is the play coming in from Agony. Goes in with the conceal play, Tectonic Charge to 1 member down. Art in the tight spot. Again, the Feather Airstrike along with the weakness finder takes him down, and there's no jungler available from the side of Anarchy, and they have been zoned out from this Lord pit. They do have Bid, he does have the Star Shatter, but it's not in time, and Full Clip once again with the Lord.
A fight is going to extend a little bit, but why would you extend when you got 2 of your main heroes not available right now? It is 14-7, looking really good for the side of Revolution, but however, they can't celebrate as Fade with his great positioning. That is something, but they have to aware. But the Feather Airstrike does pop in, but it's more like an opening for Mr. Fade up there.
Wait, what? Art? He's too deep out there. He does get the weakness final once again. Prop. This low HP 1-1 has to force out. That's for the survival. But the Star Shadow connects, but not enough to take him down. But full clip with full damage onto Romcom takes him down. And that's 2 right before the Lord. But they do trade out Agony though. So it's a 1-for-1 trade so far. So the fight is still a 4v4. So do they want to push with this Lord? It's still going to be a question. The members are pretty far away, scattered. I don't think so. They want to extend their lead with this Lord push. However, Full Clip still trying to steal away the camps as much as he can to deny the farm away from Art. And he's doing that amazingly right here. You can see level 11 to a level 15 hyper. So much gap.
So much gap, and if they can freeze the lane, slow them down, kite them around so that they can't farm, in that way Revolution would get another objective advantage. But the thing that they shouldn't do is that they can't extend the game. They get the Angela. If someone, let's say Romcom for example, he's going to play a split push by now, he can't do anything in the team fight, in the team fight, because he's going for the damage build. If a damage build Chao is in the team fight from the starting of the fight, he's going to be so squishy, he's going to be melted away. So it's best if you go
Whoa, Fate! Once again, Full Clip goes in for the full dive. This time, once again, there's a crossbow of tank this time, but the kill too will be secured by Full Clip once again on a double killing spree, and the turret being destroyed too. So right now, you can see Anarchy, they're trying their best to find some kind of trade. However, they will be losing the second tier down bot, and right now, mid lane in jeopardy. It seems like Revolution, they do not want to halt for any more longer. They want to look for an end to this game really quick, really early, and that's what they're doing, pushing in with all their waves and trying to get down the holy defenses. So they have been doing an absolutely amazing job in that. So right now, they just need to wait for the Lord. I think if they just go for an indisciplined route, they can be punished, right? They're kind of squishy if they get in a bad spot. It's pretty much possible, right? Like this. Oh, Romcom goes in, but there is the hard cut available too, but a lot of damage got like for Full Clip, and there goes the Feather Edge Strike, double kill too. And Full Clip right now having 8-1 and 8 KDA, absolutely dominating in the land of Dawn from the side of Revolution, of course. And this is a huge lead too in terms of gold here. You can see, right? Some 8,000 gold lead into the hands of Revolution. The items too, definitely giving them the lead in terms of those team fights. So how does Team Anarchy goes back into this team fight? Because you can see there's another fight. There's a lot of damage. There's a flank too from Full Clip. He goes for the backline. He takes down Bait right now. He wants to take the clip damage or the fast, like when the last damage onto Fate. He does miss out for the last hit, but again, there's a hard guard. A lot of damage coming out from Fate. There's a Feather Air Strike too, and there are 3 members. Agony goes in with the Tectonic Charge, gets the stun, gets the knock up too, and Fate finally falls into the hands of Guansik, of course, but Romcom is still there, the only surviving member from the side of Anarchy, trying to hold on to that last push that they're trying to get, but I don't think so they want to push anymore. They just want to get the Lord and go for an easier end to this game.
Going straight to the Lord, and it is already 12 marks of the game, meaning that there won't be any more Holy Guard that is protecting those inhibitor. With the Lord, great push. Maybe if Revolution are doing well, if they're playing well disciplined enough, with the right land synchronization, they can end the game. But for the side of Team Anarchy, the goal difference is getting really wide. It is already 10,000. Of course, they can do lots of things, such as making sure that the Baxia can soak in all of those damage, and Romcom going straight into the backline. Only if they can find a proper opening here. So the Lord spawn, let's see how the management is being made, but let's check. Oh! Pick off?
Whoa! Pick off cam though. Fate once again has to succumb to his own fate of being taken down. Full Clip taking full advantage of his farm here. So the Lord Sea is still available right now. They need to sing the waves here.
It's 14 minutes of the game, already getting his full build. That's a job well done, especially for Yi Sunshin here. Okay, Conceal please come in.
Oh, they want to go in. They have the siege, but there's the skills not really connecting. But they still want to die. Mountain Shocker on to Zevo. He will get taken down. And backline, you can see Aki being fallen down into the hands of Romcom, of course. But he too has to being punished. But again, the main problem is the base right now. The Lord is in the base crystal and they're trying to push. A lot of damage being dealt out from Fade. He takes down 2, and right now he wants to take down Phoenix too, but the base is still open. They need to clear the Lord. Double kill already being secured by the hands of Fade, and right now it is a 1v1 between both the marksmen of these two teams. The waves are still crashing in. The mid lane is inhibitor still at a point where it can get taken down, but okay, they goes in, but no, the Winter Crown play from Fade turns it around. He's able to defend and hold this game longer for Anarchy, and somehow or the other able to just narrow down the goal lead that was once into the hands of Revolution.
Now the 10,000 gold difference goes down straight into a 5,000 gold difference. It means that Team Anarchy just secured a total of 5,000 gold in that wipeout. That is going to help them a lot, and especially getting that shutdown kill against Full Clip, who was literally full of stacks, full sack of gold, shall I say. I mean, he's quite catchy, isn't it? His bounty is going to be really high, and that Fate himself gets it. I guess there is one more chance for Anarchy to do it, but they have to ace it, and especially for Mr. Romcom there, he is doing a great job. But if he's going for the damage build, marking a hero a little bit squishy might be nice here.
Oh, once again, full clip in a tight spot. They have the Feather Restrictor zone, but the electronic charge comes into the stun. But Guansik this time falls at the first person from the side of Team Revolution, of course. But it seems like this is too much for Agony to take in, and he will too have to be taken down. And right now, there are 2 members down. Revolution, they have to be on the defensive. But the mid lane waves, they're trying to push it. A lot of damage coming out from Fate. He is completely built. And right now, oh my goodness, Phoenix actually on the verge of being taken down. However, he was able to get out at the right time. But this Lord here, Malsum, it seems like Revolution, if they want to contest, Full Clip might have to go for a Hail Mary play, and God forbid, there is the zoning out coming in from mid already to zone him out, and this should be an uncontested Lord going freely into the hands of Anarchy, of course.
I guess the Revolution, we're going a little bit more of a let's kill them all strategy. Like, they were focusing more on the kills rather than ending the game. They got a good chance that they can end the game a little bit earlier. Although Fate was there literally bursting down the entire lineup, it was just Phoenix and EXP laner who was trying to defend it. Oh, Agony in a bit of despair.
Yeah, he's in a despair. He has to fall too, and once again, there's a damage being placed out from the side of Anarchy's main damage dealer. But Romcom down board, Quansic with a 1v1, winning it out. However, Bit is rotating. He wants to cancel out the recall, and he is able. Oh my god! The damage from Bit, of course. There is the peel coming in from Fenox, of course, to help his goal laner recall safely. But the Lord here, that's going to be the problem, is already marching down. Godlike for Fate this time is turning it around all by himself. Feather strike drop down, but not for enough for this Fate, because he's turning around the Fate for Anarchy as he's looking for the end. And this is the game for Anarchy to take as they sweep away the best of one and go to the next round of the Swiss stage.
Oh my gosh, that, I guess, well-experienced team for a reason. I should say that one. Anarchy, they were, I mean, many people, if they are looking in that particular perspective, wouldn't believe what happens right now unless they see the way things turn out. Even though we say that Fate is running out of his luck, but somehow Fate keeps on growing it, and in the end he bursts it down with those Rhapsody. GG's, well played goes to the side of Anarchy for sure. Those discipline game, those turn by turn, and especially the right time pick off led them to secure the most epic comeback in this Swiss stage so far. And let's not forget that this is a 7 minutes long game, meaning that the game was so fast, isn't it? Like, we were enjoying the game so much, but we forget that the game was around 17 minutes already. Oh my gosh, I should say. And yeah, anything to like drops of water for them?
I mean, you know, Fate, in the crucial moment, he just became from zero to hero, right? He just took matters into his own hand, trying to turn it around. And this is what we can call, right, the Swiss stage survival instinct. They want to survive the Swiss stage at all, right? And even though this is just the first round, who wants to drop down? Who wants to be getting dropped down to the 0-1 bracket when you can just force your way to the 1-0 bracket? So I think the point where they were able to equalize the gold to a manner that, you know, the goalie did not matter. It was more about who can deal the better damage, who can have a better positioning in the map. I think that's where Fate definitely did a lot better than his opponent teams. Not taking up the 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 credit from Team Revolution. Of course, they did an absolutely phenomenal job, but like you mentioned, they were a bit too desperate to look for that end, right? Going for a complete clean out, the wipe out before they went for the end. Had they locked the base, I think they could have just won the game right there and
course.
right. I think with that Lord push for sure.
I guess time to wrap it up, isn't it? That was a good game coming from our
Yeah.
best match number 1. And yes, guys, this is just match number 1 of the game. We have an upcoming more interesting matches, or shall I say, like, everything is going to be interesting anyway. So in our upcoming match the other night, we never called it out, although we are showing in the waiting screen, but let me just read it out for all the audience who are watching. In our upcoming matches, we have Kyoto Esport going up against Vitality Esport, Daku Sena versus CN Esport, and for the last match, we are going to have Small Big versus Fused 5. So make sure you stay with us again to witness another greatness. And with that being said, that is all for match number 1. Match number 2, once the player ready, we're going to start it right away. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is day number 19 in the Swiss stage on MEX FEAI Grand Fest Season 1 Mobile Legends 5v5 category. In match number 1, we just witnessed one of the most intense game, and it turns into an epic comeback. Last night, we got multiple records such as fastest game, a savage, and the most classiest sidestep in the entire tournament. So that is what we have witnessed in this Pool B for this Swiss stage, particularly this Pool B team. What kind of greatness are they going to show us again, or are they going to do the same scenario that they did in match number 1, providing us one heck of a match that would entertain us? Or in this match number 2, we might even see a game that is really fast. And just in case we get lost track about the team that we are supporting, and if I'm wrong, please correct me. At the blue side we have Kyoto Esport, and at the red side we have Vitality Esport, isn't it, Mr. Hypecaster Shinryu?
Yes, Mr. Analysis Malsam, you're absolutely correct. And this is not about just mechanics, right? This draft itself is about mind games. Both the teams, they need to just pick the heroes, they need to ban some things out. So, a lot of mind games going on, what strategy the other teams would use. So we are looking at, masterpiece in its play from both these teams. So the way they go for the composition, of course, the way they pick their heroes will give us a lot of intel about what they want or how they want to play around the objective, play around the map. And looking at the ban so far, it seems like they want to get rid of those heroes that can really be a threat to their rotation, to their jungle spanning at the same time, right? From the side of Kyoto Esports, they are just going for that approach, whereas the side of Vitality, they're just banning out the heroes that could be a very strong first pick heroes from the side of Kyoto, of course. And so far, looking at the draft, I think there are a lot of heroes still open, though, like the Lancelot, the Kalea too.
I guess that is quite true, but Lancelot won't be opened that easily. According to their draft, particularly, I can understand how their lineup can be countered, should I say, like breaking their own codes. For the side of Kyoto Esport, just check out their draft. Once they are prioritizing heroes that are good with the CC, that have a good sustain and mobility and also damage. A really good burst damage. They decided to put those kind of heroes away. And for the side of Vitality Sport, yes, their draft is quite decent when it comes to the damage, but the damage burst coming from their particular heroes is more of a DPS sustain type. And also the mobility, that is what they are going to prio here. So Vitality Sport are more about the mechanics, or shall we say like the micro. And for the side of Kyoto Esports, I think picking up the first for the first pick after this new season, I am not sure. Somehow it will work, but this raised me multiple questions. And yeah, since we got Shinryu here, who has been in multiple tournaments, even in overseas such as the Nepal, I think you would observe Farsa as well. How do you think about this Farsa being the first pick?
I think it's too early to go for that hero, of course, because there's a lot of dive available that can be countered, right, for this Sparsa, especially the Garutkacha, which does not let you go for the Feather Airstrike, which is your most powerful toolkit that you have in your skill set. So if that thing is cancelled out, if that thing is not, permissible from the side of here by the Vitality side, it will be very difficult for Kyoto Esports to actually go for those neutral objective fights, go for those actually team-changing game fights, because they need some way or the other to peel for this Farsa, where he has to be the constant artillery for their side. But with the pick for the side of Vitality, it's looking kind of too difficult for her to do that. But again, there's a lot of counter available too for their pick. Of course, the Esmeralda is available, but they're not going for that. They're going for the X-Pac instead, which is really good against those tankier heroes. And I feel the Farsa, even though not being the best first pick out, not the most ideal choice, can still work, like I mentioned, given the fact if it can get a good peel by the rest of the teammates.
Of course, picking up the Farsa, forcing them to pick out 2 sustain hero right away, and then you get the X-Pac. If they get the Lap or any EXP lane hero, you can just counter them. I think this is more of Kyoto playing the mind game in the drafting stage. A job well done. And for the side of Vitality, they get the Granger, of course. Irrital would be ban out, isn't it? So Irrital ban out
Yeah.
is expected to come. If they do not ban out, I don't think that draft would look so good for the side of Vitality, but here we go. Let's see how it prolongs in the drafting stage. And just in case some of us
tail's
do
been
not
itching
know,
for a
the
really
tournament that
nice
you are
ban.
watching right now is the MEX FEI Grand Fest Season 1. And talking about the Grand Fest, it means more of an esport festival where many tournaments when it comes to the gaming is made. Like it is an esport gaming festival. So in this festival, it is not all about the Mobile Legends 5v5 tournament. We even have the BGMI tournament going around here. We have FC, like the FIFA, the football game, for both PC and mobile. And in addition to that, we have the OG games. When it comes to mobile, it is the beginning, or we can even say like the starter, like the Adam and Eve of the mobile game. We have Dota 2, and also following up with the master game where teams used to play during the back days. We have chess that is going to be played in the LAN event. Yes, in the LAN event, as well as e-chess that is going to play in the online event. And with that being said, the draft prolongs Vitality going for the safe plays such as banning out the Irrital and following up with the Kalia ban. This is going to be really good because if hero like this, hero that can literally pick off ghosts to the backline, that can heal your allies at the same time is there. What would the Granger do? Whom would a Lapu bars down? Smart ban coming from the side of Vitality, and for the side of Kyoto Esport, they need to make sure that if Egato and Lapu is being countered already, there are still heroes that can counter the first size in it, like the Assassin, Hayabusa. Smart choice. Fenny can still be picked here, but I don't think that Fenny would come up right now. And also we have a Yujin ban out, which is quite debatable, I should say, but are you sure?
Yeah.
I am not sure about this one.
Your team is picking.
I too feel Azushin was not a required ban coming in from the side of Kyoto Esports. Of course, they have a Farsa who has an insane amount of range. The only problem the Zushin could have dealt would have been to the Yuzong if he had gone under the turret, where he could not have used his skills properly. However, I think once he goes into his Black Dragon form, like only if it's after the Black Dragon form, if he still has the Black Dragon form, he can immune a lot of those, CCs coming in, crowd control that can be thrown at him from the side of Vitality, of course. But I think they might be just thinking that this hero could have been a problem. That's why just getting rid of that. So still a viable ban, I would say, given the fact, Vitality have not picked their mid laner, so that could have been a possible choice for them. But they go in for the Kagura with insane amount of burst. But sometimes Kagura is a single target hero, because if you don't get a good set with the rest of the members, you cannot really burst a lot of the members from your other opponents. But debatable, right? The better your skills are, the more people you can catch and burst down, of course. But with the addition of this Carmilla, I think it really adds so much layer to the draft that has already been picked from the side of Kyoto Esports. So I'm really liking it, the way they are going for the very great front to back composition with the Clint 2.
Yep.
This is going to be a really interesting draft to crack for Team Vitality here.
Not just Vitality. I guess both team are the kind of team that doesn't want to extend the game very long. They just wanted to decide the game in the mid stage of the game, no late game. Let's just end the game within 10-minute marks of the game to prove ourselves who is the better for these upcoming stages. I guess that is how they are preparing themselves. And yes, we finally got the Akai for the last pick here, which is going to be another great counter for this Carmilla. Even if Carmilla links the Blood Curse perfectly, all those upcoming follow-up can be literally zoned away by the heavy spin, and not forgetting heroes like Lapu Lapu and Gato can literally jump out. Plus, Ekagura, what can she do? Everyone knows, right? She has an inbuilt Purify. It is just that Granger who's going to get the effect. But with that being said, this is the drafting stage for this match number 2. It is going to be one heck of a match again. And so let's just have our last debate for the draft, particularly which draft do you prefer for this for this match?
You know what? Personally, I really like the Farsa, given the fact she has so much ways to go into a team fight. But Vitality, I'm not really too big fan of the Akai against the Xborg here, because I feel the Xborg could easily just shred down the Akai before he can even use his skills properly, because the Akai wants to sustain, wants to go for the CC. The with the heavy spin, of course. However, it will be very difficult with the Xbox being present there. So maybe a 50-50. However, I think the main purpose of a Kai into this draft form Vitality is just to disrupt the positioning coming into this team fight during those neutral objectives, as well as during those as well as those crucial points where they need to just settle for those spaces where their carries has to be.
I guess that's a lot of details that is being spoke out just now here. And yeah, just in case we even missed out in match number 1, so I hope no one minds it. As every ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn as you are watching the MEA x FEAI Grand Fest Season 1 in the Mobile Legends 5v5 category. At the blue side we have Kyoto Esport, and at the red side we have Vitality Esport, and it seems that the logo is in changing. I hope they don't mind for the time being. Let's hope that it is changeable real soon. But while we were busy with that, or like keeping that aside for now, let's just look at how both teams are performing. It is a great job being done for both sides, but when it comes to the most important part in the early phase, mid lane. In mid lane, they have the Farsa who can literally fast clear the lane and help their allies to rotate quickly. But if she's up against true hero like Igato and Agura, she is going to be really pokeable here. And that is what the red team are doing, isn't it? Vitality Sport. But Ace got skills is getting...
Looks like there's gonna be a little bit skirmish up in the mid lane, but no casualties yet so far. So right now, both the teams would want to just wait it a bit prolong before the first turtle comes up, and then they take the fight. But Akai already level 4 here, Xbox 2, but around the other part of the map, here goes the engage coming in from the side of Vitality onto Max, but he will be able to work out with the little bit of HP he has, but the waves will be very important for him. He needs that level 4 before the first turtle, which has already spawned. Both the teams want to contest for the positioning out here.
Both jungler reaching their power spike, reaching the level 4. Their skills are ready. Everyone in the right position. It's more of zoning out each other, trying to secure the objective. But however, for the side of Yokoi Sport, the EXP laner just go for the recall. Let's see how the fight breaks off.
Oh, they go in with the last insanity, but the retribution is going to be Artemis getting it down, and there goes the heavy spin too. But oh, wait, the last insanity is still there for this export, but a lot of damage being placed onto Artemis. Is a bit of tight spot. AOG comes in onto the right target. It's going to be Abby taking it out, but the first blood already being drawn by the Yuzong. Max finally taking the revenge for the early recall that he had to go for. However, Vitality with the turtle though.
That was a great start. Here comes the bravest warrior, and proving himself that he's the bravest warrior. Straightly dive inside to the Carmilla inside their jungler. Okay, Natalia got lots of hits there. At bot lane, this is going to be XP laner trading their bows here. Oh, the Sha. Okay, I guess both the EXP laner won't get enough damage for the time being, but we have KL going for the rotation. All skills are ready, but we won't see any umbrella combos for now. But, and by the way, last night, okay, Shinryu, I will not say the teams for now because we need to give spotlight for both Kyoto and Team Vitality Esport. But see, listen here once. Last night, there was... on the blue side, there was this Kagura. All of his allies were getting wiped out, like for Mendai, and it is just Kagura by herself. So what she did is that if there were 5 heroes right in front of her, no one was checking the bush, so she finds opening, and still the Lord Retribution was still there, but her burst damage was so good and allowing them to make a great comeback. And every time we see a Kagura, this is the first thing that we are expecting, so let's see if we are going to see something like that or even better.
But already there's another engage. The AOG this time will drop on the 2 members. The last insanity was not available for this Xbox, so they cannot go in back. But Abby will get taken down. There goes the heavy spin on to Ace. Got skills, but this time his skills will be not enough to get him out of the sticky situation. He gets traded too, and that's 2 members down from the side of Kyoto Esports. And this really enable Vitality to open up the top lane a lot more, shred the gold, and take the waves too. But again, there's a 1v1 between both the EXP laner, but they do not want to take this charade anymore longer because the turtle will be the main contest or main concern for Vitality as it gets taken without a... I mean, it's still halted because of the pause, but again, we don't want any bad, environment for these players to play. But okay, we go back to the game really quickly here. So this is going to be a free turtle, right? It seems like the issue was fixed really quick. I mean, that's why we have next gen as our internet partner right here.
Oh, talking about internet connection, of course it is, but just in case you do not know, yes, next gen, they are somehow involved in, but not directly yet for the online phases. Imagine in these online phases, barely next gen are showing themselves in the LAN event. They are the one who are going to provide all those internet servicing. I am so excited for the LAN event, but let's look at here in the bot lane. We get the bravest warrior dives in.
Yeah, but a bit of damage onto the Parsa, but Mirai wants to go in for the Feather Edge Strike to zone the members, but Lapu Lapu wants to go in with the Land Shaker. Still has a lot of damage available with the rest of the members being available out here, but they do not want to engage without their main carry. That's going to be the jungler of their team, but again, Parsa might get cut off. There goes the heavy spin onto him, and Mirai might be looking dead at this point. Yes, he does, and there goes the rest of the troop coming in from both the side, but Abby will get taken down, and Max already out of the Black Dragon form, instantly get busted down. But oh no, there goes the last Insanity defensively used, forced out of course, this Xbox, but again, they want to go back in and probably push the mid lane, which I cannot see for now because my screen is a bit stuck here. I'm a bit sad here. I want the next gen internet 2 here.
Of course, here it's 7-1 already. Vitality is porting the leading point. It is a solid 7-1. In addition to that, we got a 5,000 gold lead into their side. Botland first tier turret being secured by the bravest warrior in the land of Dawn. Things look really good for the Vitality Sport, or maybe things might become so easy. I'm not so sure here. And also for the side of Kyoto Esport, there are lots of things that they can manage here. They need to make sure that their opponent, that is the Vitality Esport, can't do anything to them for the time being, such as the turtle is going to spawn within a few seconds here. This turtle, they need to participate it effectively, especially when there's an high around there. The heavy spin can literally zone out everyone. Oh, we get the bravest fighter.
The bravest fighter once again coming in, but this time it's not going to be doing too much because the turtle will be already being slain by Artemis, but they're still going in, and a lot of damage being placed out. The last Insanity 2 being forced out this time, but okay, still not enough to take him down. But Lapu Lapu already traded out for Mirai this time. They're still going in for strong. MJ will be falling too from the side of Vitality this time. However, there's a lot of invades coming in this time actually from Artemis, but they will be still able to get the orange buff away from this Xbox, so they're still winning it out. Vitality, they have the aggro here and they're taking the most out of it.
GG will play for both sides. Lots of things can still change around here, and as already mentioned, let's see what Kyoto Esport can do to turn the game over around here. They got Abby, this Carmilla particularly. She got the blood card. She can link multiple heroes, but heroes like KL, their mobility is just so good, and on top of that, they have an inbuilt Purify. And yeah, even the marksman just got solo killed. It is a Granger soloing kill at lane. Things doesn't look so good, so they need to make sure that all the lineup of Vitality Sport are sticking together. And why they stick together, the Blood Curse has to link multiple of them and maybe find ways to burst them down using the Feather Edge Strike. And see, that's the big mistake coming from the side of Kyoto Esport. Every time they are using their skills easily, talking about easily, like they just use their skills way too early. They can just walk it out themselves from harm's way, but Ace got kill extends a bit.
Yeah, he extends a bit, and there goes the AOG inside. Mirai will get taken down from the hands of course, Kyle, and they're still going in strong. Black Dragon form baited out, but he will get bursted down in his own Black Dragon form. And at this point, 3 members are down from the side of Kyoto Esports, of course. And this will open up the top lane inhibitors completely free. The mid lane second tier does fall. Xbox all by himself. Sim, can you defend this? Can you hold on to this game a bit longer? Yes, you can, it seems, because you will be able to clear out the waves with the help of your teammates. However, what about the Lord? Is still up, and you don't have enough members to contest for it.
That is the first Lord of the game, top lane and mid lane Holy Guard being burst out already, and for the side of bot lane, the second tier turret is still alive for the side of Kyoto Esport. So Vitality Sport, if they take this Lord, and it's more like a free Lord anyways, with a right push they can end the game, or maybe even set the... no chance for them to set the new record for the fastest match, but I guess it is still debatable to say that the game might end within 10 minutes. Lots of possibility, lots of plays can be made, but the most most important for the side of Vitality is that they need to sync the lane properly. Even if slowing down bot lane would help them a lot for the second initiation, they need to make a right push, a right engagement with the help of those Lord. Kyoto Esport, things doesn't look so good for them, and also looking at the itemization, there isn't any glowing one yet. Farsa going straight with the Lightning Chun. This might be the thing that was affecting them from the early phase of the game. No anti-heal. I believe that Carmilla would have her skills a few minutes ago, and for Yuzong getting the dominance this early, not my go.
Whoa, what? Rise goes a killing spree, but they will trade off for Kyle though, and at this point it seems like the Lord is still marching here from the top lane, and Team Kyoto Esports, they still need to clear a lot of damage coming on from Rise, but he gets knocked up. Curse of Blood being activated, but the Flicker will be helping him out of the sticky situation, but still a lot of damage being placed onto him, and he will fall into the hands of Abby, but they will trade out for Ace got killed right now. The Lord is still marching their Xbox, trying to clear it out. 2 members still available from the side of... Actually, there's 3 members available from the side of Vitality. However, the Feather Strike is still there. Team Kyoto Esports, they're holding onto their base for a little bit longer. The Crystal is still there, but will now next push be, defended by them is still a question, because their base is wide open and there is nothing much, they can do to stop from those enhanced minions from marching from all the lanes from top to bot.
I do believe that Vitality Esport might like to freeze the lane instead of clearing, forcing them to come out from their comfort zone that is like their base particularly, or maybe even just steal away their neutral creeps such as these jungle minions, of course. And also looking at the bot lane here, Yuzon is extending a little bit. No one is there yet. They might like to do some pick off. Let's see how they extend. KL was fairly teasing it for the time being. Yes, the Lord is going to spawn around 40, no, less than 40. Let's just conclude with around 30 seconds there. Yes, the Lord is spawning soon, and it is already 12-minute marks of the game. But the most important thing for the side of the most advantage side that Vitality Esport are having is that all the Holy Guard are being pop out, and even the inhibitor is being taken. With the one good push, they are going to get another great chance to end the game. Artemis with the heavy spin can engage fight anytime he wants, but they need to make sure that they can still end the game really disciplined as they want, as the Lord is going to spawn within a few seconds here, as you can see. And also in addition to that one, the Lord is going to be level 12. It would be slightly stronger than those Lord that spawn earlier than 12. So let's see, will they end or they would find ways. Black Dragon form
already being out from Max. He wants to go in. The Lord is really low HP, it's 50-50 so far, but Artemis with the Lord Slayer title 2 times, and the fight still goes. Brave Spider already there, and Rise will get the kill. Got double kill already for him, and the Immortality already being out. Feather Strike on the bot, but it will get cancelled out. Triple kill for Rise, and it's looking to end the game as there's only 2 members available, and there goes the dead Sonata sniping out, but no, Ace will take him down. But can he clear the waves? There are a lot of minions out there. Team Vitality, they want to push this game, they want to push it in, but double kill already be there, but the base is too low. And that's the end of road for Kyoto Esports, as Vitality will go on to the next round and take down Kyoto to the 0-1 bracket.
Oh my gosh, that was a pure domination coming from the side of Vitality Esport. And for a moment, if Granger slows it down a little bit, but if he slow it down too much, he could miss the chance of securing that Maniac, isn't it? But Clint, Ace got skills, he got the skills. Even if they are at the edge of losing the game literally, he still got the Heptasis, which can deal extra tons of damage. So Granger was a little bit hurried. He should have waited maybe the Gato to get some of the upcoming damage. Is it to send back it a little bit out? Maybe if it works well, if it slows down and landed perfectly, we might get another Savage in this sweet stage. And as already mentioned last night, we already witnessed a Savage coming from Toby himself using the Granger, but tonight Rise almost did it. I should say that it's GG, well played for both teams, but for the side of Kyoto Esport, I guess they need to work a little bit harder on their synergy. Particularly the draft is really good. They were playing around with the draft, and in the end they mess up the last two picks. But however, they are showing a great gameplay. And also for the viewers out there, I believe that you might really want to hear more from the side of Mr. Shin Ryu, but the upcoming matches and the other tournaments are still there for the players, so we are in needs of a little bit of adjustment for them. So that's all for match number 2. We'll go straight with match number 3. Don't go anywhere, as we'll be right back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. And this time, we are going to do a little bit of the intro in Mizo if you guys don't mind it. And yeah, clear to the in the vine sabay ka na bukle vek zewa zana hian hay MEX FEAI Grand Fest Season 1 tournament kan han chole don kan ya he Grand Fest ahian Mobile Legends tournament sa unlaw game chi siyang BGMI kan tite FC football game kan ti may ka mobile PC in asyan veve in ti ani don boka chu may pialama heng tiang mobang G5v5 game kan tiang si daw chwa na bulpuy bear do ta chu ti ka atil don boka ti suan game shim law in bul law bulchan na mind game kan ti tak master mind game kan ti may ka kami chess po kom do na hey pesu chess kan ti may online na khel thei le muna board game mga khel thei so kanong don boka ti suan pe tournament ti ardeng thom hola October ni somparuk ni sompasari sompareta khel ani don boka ni amun kan shevek tiraw ti suan he tournament hi ke ma ni ring ta to tin thein lawa he tournament hi a to tin theina chan shang kan han soi nga pa saber a chong kan sponsor CK Hyundai te kan soi nang thei lawa chung tiang vekin hetlama len event mun te le amun pui tak kan ti huna kan internet provider tour next gen te ania he tournament raw pui tak law hoi hotu te Mizo Esport Association tele Federation of Electronic Esport and Association of India te ania this one game tinai hian Mizoram kan organization han ti taida organization ti tak chon ng chen chon diklaw theya collaboration ng kanti ng management koi tour hian Mizoram game category siyang manage 2 teka higher ania Mobile Legends pika hian don't say esport te kanay bokani. And with that being said, we will go straight into the drafting stage. And yes guys, just in case if anyone is planning to come to Mizoram, I guess most of us wouldn't understand the Mizo language, isn't it? So if you ever plan to come to Mizoram to watch the LAN event, come to, you want to know where you have to come to? Mizoram Aizawl Ardeng Chum Hall, October 16, 17, and 18. Top 8 teams will qualify for the LAN. And yes, of course, if you ever plan to visit Mizoram during that time, make sure you got the ticket in advance, like tomorrow or tonight itself, so that you can get a proper discount for those round trips, maybe coming and returning, of course. And yeah, back into the drafting stage, Mr. Shinryu, stage is yours.
You know what? It was so poetic. I was just awestruck by whatever you're saying. Even though I did not understand one thing, I just know one word which you taught me that was like, chaklutuk. So I'll just say that after every team fight, right? I'll just say that after every team fight, man. But yeah, I would love to, I'll also like try to book my ticket tonight too, just like the rest of the members, because why not rush, man? LAN events, they do not happen every day, right? This could be your your opportunity, and it's the end of the year. What are you saving your money for? Spend it, man. If you love the game, don't just buy skins. Come to Mizoram and watch this game live as it happens, where top teams, top people, as well as our top caster Malsam will be of course there to welcome you all. So don't forget the dates, as he mentioned already, right? And at the spot too, Aizawl, Mizoram. So again, we go back to the draft here. We have been a bit distracted from it, of course. The first phase is already over. Really strong picks coming in from both these teams, right? We have, of course, onto the blue side, we have Dakusena, whereas onto the red side, we have Sasian's Esports, if I'm not mistaken here, right, Malsam?
Yes, that is it. And also regarding Sasian Esport, their team is quite huge, like their community. They have a really good fan base. When it comes to the community, in the comment section, it is all about Sasian Esport every time. They are supporting each other very well. I think many squad, even if they are doing very well in the game, they need someone to support them. That is what Sasian Esport are doing. They have a good community. They are good to the people who supports them, for sure. Like even from match number 1 itself, you know what happened in the comment section. Sasian Esport fans, their supporter started to support Sasian Esport from match number 1 itself, knowing that they are not playing. And I am positive to say that Sasian Esport fan would stay again till the very end of the match, because in the earlier stage, Sasian Esport their match was at match number 4. From match number 1, their support match number 2, sorry, was at match number 2. Their supporters started watching from match number 1. Then after watching match number 2, I was like, oh, everyone is going away, no more viewers. Then match number 3 and match number 4, the same people say are staying there. You know why? Because ASEAN Esports are having a really good bond with their fans as well. And in addition to that, ASEAN Esports, sorry Dakusena, for all this sugarcoating to them, they even have Team 1 and Team 2 registering for this tournament. And oh my gosh, I was feeling so much things that we literally forget to talk about the drafting stage. And anyway guys, don't worry about the drafting stage, as we are going to see their draft anyways in the entire game. And sorry for the long yapping. Please take it away, or else I might be staying too long.
No, man. It was obviously necessary because we need to show love to this to this game, and how else a game will grow without the community, right? It's love for the community that we strive to go for these tournaments like this. And right now you can see in your screen, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching MEA x FEAI Grand Fest 1 Swiss Stage Best of 1 in collaboration with DTS, powered by Vista Games, sponsored by CK Hyundai, and our internet partners NextGen, of course. So a big shout out to all of them for being constantly our pillar of support during these tournaments, and especially during the LAN phase as well. But again, back to the LAN of Dawn, we go for this third game of the night between Takusena, who are on to the blue side, and Team ASEAN Esports onto the red side. Both the teams are ready to take this match on. And even though we have not talked about the draft so much here, Malza, but I think the execution will definitely make it worthwhile to look at, right?
Of course, I am confident enough to say that both teams are only a good team because they are the team that qualifies to the switch stage, more like a round of 32 amongst those 256. Imagine amongst 256 you reach this far already. I think this is a job well done for every team who already reached here. So let's see here. I mean, finally, let's talk a little bit about the drop here. For the side of Dakusena, they are going for the Yi Sanshin double S tier hero for a reason here, already going straight into the red buff. And I mean, it is so satisfying to see the bow and the swords switch around. Oh, wait, what is happening here?
Yo, mid lane, a bit too much damage on Haitatsu. He still is holding on to his flicker, but that is okay. That's just a tanky member, but the Litho will be secured by ASEAN. So a little bit XP denied to this YSS, but he wants to go in on towards this roamer, that is Gem, coming in from the side of ASEAN, and you can see there goes in Kagura with the yin yang combination, but okay, he still does not have his ultimate to go for the burst. But Lemon a bit low, still not level 4, but it seems like Haitatsu has to force that flicker out. The bad impact does connect, but not enough damage to take him down, so he's still holding on. But look at that, the cheeky play coming in from Lemon, trying to steal on the cramps up top, but bot lane, what the gold lane are doing what gold laners do: farm, farm, and farm.
Oh, you forget one thing: poke. They poke.
Yeah, they poke. Oh, up top though, it seems like, oh damn, that's gonna be it for Gomenasai. He's gonna be not sorry for that, because it's the other team taking him down. But again, the fight still goes on, and you can see a lot of damage being placed by Chaz. He still has the bravest fighter, so he's going in with the damage, and the slashes will be enough to take down Gem. And now comes the mid laner, and it's a bit late to the party. Mustafa, still not enough stacks on him to deal the damage, so the turtle is up. No jungler in the vicinity, so this should be a free turtle take for Takusena.
I'm not sure if others are noticing it, but the way Lemon is switching the item is just so smooth, and also another fight breaks up.
Oh, yeah, there's a shortcut being used by Haitatsu for the rest of the troop to go in, and there goes the flicker play from Jazz, and he might take down Gomenasai once again, yes, but he has to trade off with his life, and Quali actually has to. Quali will be the one with the ticket, but it's a 1-for-1, 2-for-1 trade. Funny Valentine 2 fall, but it seems like Peekaboo Predator will be the one to be predated out here. He will be the one hunted down here, but here comes Lemon trying to dish out the damage. There's the Vengeance still available for Gem, and he's sustaining the team fight. And Quali is a bit low. He has to get out of that place, so he does not get taken down, but no more casualty after that. Both the teams still going back to farm.
great maintenance coming from both parties. And yeah, I should say that the mistake that was coming out from the side of Dakusena was that they were rushing too much in that red buff fight, I should say. Even though the shortcut is there to bake them up for those team fight, particularly they have to keep an eye on their jungler Lemon. His HP was literally so low, he barely got his 1 HP bar remaining. And then they opened the portal, or shall we even say the shortcut was there, the portal was being opened there. They were outnumbered, and they know that having a Carmilla can literally link them all together. The Black Horse landed so well, turning the fight literally into their side. It's 4-3, although the turtle goes into the side of Team Dakusena. Fight might break up, so let's see another interesting scenario.
The Piraga armor is still there, but Gem wants to go in, still is holding on to the Curse of Blood. Did not want to contest for it yet. However, you can see there's no follow-ups yet coming in from the rest of the member. But Funny Valentine in the midst of 3 members, does he know? He does not. But there goes the shortcut being used up top, and 2 members, actually 3, and now 4. They're coming in one after the other, and it's a full-fledged fight. The Bloods of Blood already being activated, and Gem will be the one taken down in the hands of Jazz, but he too will get taken down in the hands of Pain Buddha. And right now, 2-for-1 trade, actually 2-for-2, with Quali also being traded down. So far the turtle is up, and both the teams still are having a jungler, but again there's the engage onto Gomenasai, and he will finally fall and succumb to his fate, this time into the hands of Haitatsu, and they go for the turtle really quick. A good transition coming in from fight to objective from Dakusena.
6 all already here. Portal, that was a right time to open up the shortcut Haitatsu. I thought that was a little bit mistake coming from the side of Dakusena, but the way they are literally kiting their opponent around, the way they position themselves, literally turn the fights a bit here. I guess we want to see another touch, isn't it? Here comes the bravest warrior, but yes, literally got outnumbered here. No one is there to save him. Even the Flicker is being forced out. Even Haitatsu, all he can do is watching his allies got burst down. Lemon wanted to take the revenge so much, but they are still outnumbered. Have to keep in mind, although Jazz might be slain here, we have to know that a hero, they can spawn again. But while they were busy at the top lane, bot lane, first tier turret was taken by the side of Dakusena. Turret, it won't spawn again. I guess that was a good trade coming from the side of Dakusena.
Absolutely, mid lane there's gonna be the yin yang overturn, and but again off cam kill coming in onto Quali. He was isolated all by himself out there between 2 members, and Lemon with the kill. However, this might just open up the top lane a lot more. Turrets being taken down, and right now you just saw Haitatsu just picking up the fleeting time, and this just means he's gonna spam those shortcuts even more here, Malsa.
Shortcut everywhere. And the interesting part about this Carmilla, I'm not sure this would be the most effective for the first item. We have seen a Thunderbolt going for the side of Carmilla. Unless Sasian Esport are going to extend the game really long, I do not think that in this particular game it would be easy to stick up those Thunderbolt, because the way Haitatsu is playing, you can see here, he disciplinedly wait himself, he positioned himself, he used the portal around to switch his places. Oh, shortcut being opened.
Oh, there's a Mountain Shocker too. Curse of Blood connecting on the 2, but it will be not enough to save their mid laner. Once again, the fight breaks out. 5 members available, and Jazz goes in with the bravest fight to take down Gem, and this is going to be chaotic. Oh, wait a minute. Peekaboo Predator wanted to go in to get a kill, but not enough damage. However, they get 2 members, but their turret up top is wide open, so Quali will take the opportunity to push it down, but I think mid lane might not be so lucky for Sasian Esports here, because 3 members already lurking around in the vicinity. Actually 4. Jazz still has the bravest fighter this time, and there goes Haitatsu into the mist. There's a last insanity being forced out. Gomenasai will take down 1. Jazz, fit in a tight spot, gets punished by Pain Buddha, and he's not in any more pain, but again he overturn on to Mustafa. He still survives, but oh, I was thinking, the lethal ignition might just trigger, but it was not enough. But okay, Lemon wants to go in. He still goes in the midst of 3 members. Okay, he does shred out the Faraga armor, but he's a bit low. He needs to back out, and with that, both the teams would go for a disengage, but it seems like Lemon might be caught in a tight spot, because the 1v1 between the gold laner as well as the hyper, but he gets taken down. But there comes Haitatsu with the portal, and he will use that final blow to take him down. So 1 more kill, jungler for gold laner, but it's still a worthy trade for both the sides.
Worthy straight, and also let's not forget that the gold plate is coming really great for the side of Takusena, but the wipeout, the shutdown kill literally helped them keep up the momentum, and I have high hope from the side of Sasian Esport. To be honest, Takusena, one of the best team. They can even slay the best team that we used to have in India, Team ABM themselves. They are really good, but just check out how Sasian Esport are doing. They are the underdogs team. They are they in the elite leaderboard? I'm not so sure about that. I need to check that one once again, but they are performing it like they are in their level, like they are in the same pace. There is no plateau, there isn't a mountain, there isn't anything. It is just a plane in the level area. So I have high hope that Sasian Esport can even win the game, and at the same time Takusena, the one with a better experience for the time being according to my research so far, might still get a slight advantage, but they do have to keep an eye on Gem the way he is using the blood curse to link them out. And also we are already in 9, okay, let's just count it as 9 minutes of the game. Uritel and even the Sicilian are going to stack up their items here. Both heroes are really close to get their core item complete really soon. Once that complete, I think that Takusena have to consider what they have to do next.
Yeah, but you can see just Sky Piercer onto the Xbox instead of the Immortality, and that will be enough to take down your Peekaboo Predator. Got low HP and will be getting it down, but there comes the shortcut onto the backline, onto the members of Sasian Esports. There comes a chaotic fight from the side of Takusena. They want to go all in, but there comes the last Insanity, not really connecting onto Jazz. He was able to flicker out at the right time. It seems like Haitatsu wanted to just go in for the engaged. Lemon still wants to go in, but the HP bar for his teammates are a bit too low, but both the teams actually take down one, but again, Lemon is a bit too adamant in going in, and he might just take down Gomenasai. Yes, he does! And Gems goes back in, Haitatsu has to fall, and this might be a bit of the overextension that Dakusen has to go for. Flicker played it out from Funny Valentine just for the save, but the Lord is up. No jungler available from Sasian, and this could be an easy lot take for Dakusena.
Sasian Esport are well packed. The fans supporting is good. They know that they are up against one of the best teams that we have in India. The team that can even come up against ABM for sure. Had to mention that multiple times. And also, but for the time being, Sasian Esport are a little bit far away from the Lord side, giving Team Takusena a free opening. And if there's a Bruno who can literally use the double ball, it's more like two heroes are taking the Lord. And in addition to that, the sword switch is more like a two hero. Again, it's like for hero we're literally bursting down, although the individual hero are just two. That is why they were taking the Lord so fast. But however, Team Takusena are going to rush them a little bit here. Haitatsu ready with those shortcut plays. Let's see what management are we going to see next.
Yeah, Haitatsu is taking a bit of damage here, right? The Lord is still marching down the mid. They are taking down the second tier down board. Mid lane still standing. Top lane is right now being pushed by Funny Valentine. They want to go for a full 3-lane push. Good sync coming in from the side of Takusena, of course. They're showing their experience out here, going for the proper macro play again. The Veraga armor gets taken down. No immortality still for this Xbox. And the Lord is still being cleared out by the side of Sasian. They are still holding onto the inhibitors, but the Holy Defense will be out. Too low HP onto Chem, but he's still able to walk out. There goes the engage once again. Shotgun being used, and it seems like Hadas will be the first being taken down. Gulas Insanity on to Haitatsu. He will fall. Double kill for Gomenasai, and Takusena in a bit of two mixed, and triple being secured by Gomenasai. Is looking for a Mania. Finally, the mortality at the right time. Lemon still dealing a lot of damage. Funny Valentine will be able to take out the Pirag armor. And that's it. Goes in, and he will take down Gomenasai, and more hits, more balls coming in from the side of Takusena, and 2 more kills for their side, and the scoreboard looks at 14-15 at the nearly 12-minute mark.
Oh my god, that was so good. I have no idea which one is better.
Oh!
The team fight that is coming up or the hype casting coming out from Shinryu is a double kill coming from Mr. Funny Valentine's already. He doesn't give a damn. It is whether he is in 3v1 or in 2v1 fight now. But however, the blood cards dazzling it. But what can they do, isn't it? Takusena literally wiping out the entire member of Sasian Esport. And with that being said, match number 3 comes to an end. Although that was a really good game coming from the side of Sasian, everyone getting a balanced gold. For the side of Dagusena, Funny Valentine and Lemon were overfed already. Even Funny Valentine, particularly individually, he was going up against 3v1 and he can already handle those clutches. So giving Dagusena the win for that one. And the last team fight, oh my gosh, that was so good, isn't it, dear viewer? Was it the team fight or was it the hype cast moment that you enjoy more? Oh my gosh, I was enjoying, like, I literally forget why am I here. I should be in the comment section cheering for you. Oh my gosh, that was so good.
Oh my god. But that was a really, I would say, balanced game throughout, but the pressure was constantly being built by Dakusina, right?
Yep.
And like you mentioned, they were overfed for sure. They just went for the just went for the snowball kind of game. But one unsung hero was definitely Jazz, right? The way he was going in, sustaining this team fight despite being taken down, a beauty to watch in this team fight, man. That's what a Lapu Lapu is supposed to do.
Yes, GG well plays coming from both parties. We hope that Sasian Esport give a good comeback in the 0-1 point pool, and also at the same time for the side of Dakusena, let's see how they are going to perform in the 1-0, because this is going to be another interesting match coming up from the side of Pool B. Pool A, we already complete the first round, second round on hand, and yeah guys, we won't debate that much anymore. So we hope Sasian Esport, the same supporter, give the same energy that you did in this round 1, because round 2 it is matter continuing the tournament, the lane dreams to be end, or they can prolong again. And with that being said, that's all for the MEA FEAI Grand Fest 1 Mobile Legends 5v5 tournament. Match number 3. Yes, it is not the end yet. Match number 4 is coming up, so we'll be back in a jiffy. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the MEX FEAI Grand Fest Season 1. And yes, you are watching the Mobile Legends 5v5 category in this particular gaming festival. And most of the, this match number 4 is both Mizou. So we'll even request Mr. Shinryu to cast in Mizou because we'll do this entire match in Mizou, shall we?
Oh my god, yeah, sure, man. Let's go.
But
Chaklutuk.
No, you can
My
use
Mizou.
any word except Chaklutuk.
Oh my god. You just put me under the truck, man. Under the train, under the everything. Like, Mizo. Malswama. I just know your name at this point.
Malswama actually means blessing, okay?
Oh, what does it mean?
Blessing.
Wow.
Yep.
I'm absolutely blessed at this point. Thank you for that. Thank you, Lord.
Oh my god. Alright, Gen. Shall we go straight into the drafting phase, aren't we?
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. Whenever you're ready, man.
Okay, then we already are in the screen, so I hope everyone, their supporters, also ready here. We have small, big in the blue side, and in the red side we have Fuse5 decided to go for the Lancelot ban firstly, and then small, big going for the CC. I bet if CC is going to be banned right now, Uranus is coming from their side, or maybe Hero that relies on the sustain, or maybe like hero that have a lot of HP, the kind of slow hero that CC can kite. So maybe that is the kind of formation small big are coming up with. And yes, I would like to give some kind of spotlight a little bit to Fuse5. I hope S2B doesn't mind it. Like we got the mythical leaderboard team here in this tournament, particularly named as Crooks Kim. Although they were playing their main 5 lineup, Fuse5 they managed to beat them in those extra rounds. Okay, like there were some walkover matches in which matches were readjust. Fuse5 find ways to beat them. It was a best of 3 series in which game 1 they lost, game 2 and game 3 they miraculously make comebacks and win and reach the Swiss stage. So proud of them, but at the same time they have to know that Crux Queen are very good. They have to make sure that the full lineup they need to prepare for them, but not in this tournament particularly, but maybe in their near future tournaments. And yes, back to the drafting stage, we have 1-1 and Iritel for the follow-up bans.
Yeah, the bans are really making sense, and like you mentioned, the CC really opens up those utility-based drafts, right? The one where you want to go for the Ube strats, right? So I think they're planning on that some kind of surprise here. What kind of damage dealers they want to go for? What kind of artillery they want to opt for? Will be really a question. But I see, they just imported Messi from Argentina, so that's really going to be interesting. I've never seen Messi. I thought he would be in the, FC, PC or mobile, but he's in MLB. Like, this is a really big surprise for him, Alsam. I don't know if you already knew about it.
Or maybe Messi would like to compete with Cristiano Ronaldo since he's the ambassador in the EWC, isn't it so?
Neymar too, yeah? Neymar too, actually.
So Messi had to caught up with the other footballers and started from the most viewed games, the ML. So Messi is starting in a really good one.
Because I saved my nation
is in for a challenge, but 2 S tier junglers being banned. And finally, I think you're happy that people are banning out the YSs because the mad potential this hero have due to the fast jungle clear, and even in those objective team fights is so crucial, right? You can dish out so much damage with the sword, with the bow and arrow, like you mentioned. And I think you're a big fan of this hero whenever it is played out because it's so beautiful to watch, right?
I'm not a fan of a Yi Sanshin. I'm a fan of
You're
an
a fan of a
SSC.
Hanabi.
Oh, of course.
Hanabi?
I can't be a fan of Hanabi anymore. Like, after I met Scared Riet, I do know that they get along really well. So I can't make any more movement. So I need to switch. Then I thought of switching to Jujin since she got released during that time recently. And then we got this Ray. Oh my gosh, how would I compete with Ray, right? I don't get a chance. So I was like, let me just be whatever it is and go along with talk about
Zushin. Absolutely, man. Ray would have been proud here. The time Ray comes here, he will be just talking about Zushin for the entirety of the match. Like he'll be just talking about Zushin, I can promise you that. But along with the Garud Kacha, so much control already. If the Garud Kacha is going to the roam, mid control is mad out there from the side of Fuse5.
So it's a Gato being picked, and for Mr. Granger, Plutowski is a footballer too, right? Am I right or wrong? I think I
I'm not
heard
really too sure.
someone like Toski is quite a popular name in the football scenario, but yeah, I'm not into the sportman stuff, more like the electronic sport guy. And we got Night Fury. Oh, it suits it so well. What if blue name is changed to Night Fury? Somehow it would work. Like, just look at the hero and the agent, it fits so well. And oh, Messi!
Payback.
Yes,
time.
Messi is
Oh
the
my God.
midfielder. He's the playmaker, isn't it? Oh my gosh, this fits so well. I like this small big when it comes to the IGN and the matching, but Jerere.
Your team
No,
is banning.
even if you match so well, I'm Jerere. I'm going to use my shadow, kill, and I mean my quad shadow to place my shadow in you, and of course Lando's
See
shadow
value
kill.
in me?
And by the way, the reason I'm
You
calling him
should.
Jerere is that he used to put his IGN like J and Ari so many times, okay, like a really long one. But right now he advanced a little bit, knowing that he needs to use
This
a proper
land is our
IGN that
homeland,
is
and
easier
it will
for the
soon
caster
be
to
a
pronounce in the
battleground.
tournament scenario because they are aiming for bigger tournaments also. So Jerere, I hope the IGN change would matter a lot, and after a long period of break, maybe 3 or 4 months, I am going to witness Fused 5 Guerrere. Let's see how much improvement they are going to show us, and also the side of small big show us what you can do up against Team Fused 5.
And you just asked me what is Plutowski. It is whether it is a footballer, whether it is what. It's apparently a song by Future, the American rapper Future. Okay, and it's a really popular song. So I think this person might be a big fan of Future. Like he really likes this song, so he just decided to just keep his name as Plutowski. So that goes for him. And the bans here, right? Like you mentioned, the utility could have been a big option for small big, and that's what is being denied by Fuse 5. Are they secretly watching our stream? Are they like eavesdropping whatever we're talking about here in Malsum? Is that what is happening here, or are they really smart?
Let's see. I mean, they have to show that one in the game. We can't talk about it when it comes to the smartness, brain news moment. And wait, it's half. Oh, I remember this guy. All right. He copied my name, okay? I'm Malsom and he's Soma, like some of my name. And literally last time, he was trolling a match, okay? And I just got say trolling. He was doing it so well in the early phase of the game. He was dominating. It was like just him controlling the game. But after I start saying that he copies my name, he's some part of me. He used to do like me. He started throwing the game, and he in the end died 7 or 8 times. But somehow they still won. It is more of the team synergy rather than the individual. And keep aside those personal things, it sounds like we are so much into the F5 side. It might not sound so good for the side of small big. We got Ailu with the Joy here, and Muanom with the Kalia, and oh, look at the face of both Joy and Kalia. They look quite similar, and yeah, keeping aside those things, I guess if we are giving a real concentration into the drafting heroes here, Kalia for the pickoff and also for the regen is going to help them a lot, and also a hero that is quite chunky like the Kalia is going to give a really good vision and doing a good sandbag work. There's going to be Blue as well, going to give a hard time for the Kato or even the Arlo to do things as they want. Small big are having a really good draft, I should say, and also having Messi, Farsa for the lane clear, a fast lane clear lens, fast rotation, and also the burst damage is going to be excellent for the Granger. Particularly, I don't want to say much because Granger, it depends on the users so much. Granger, if you are not performing so well in the early phase, then Granger won't work the entire game, especially in a tournament. In a ranked match, of course, even if you do bad, you would find ways, but in a tournament, it is completely different. And what do you say about the draft, by the way?
I do like the draft, like you mentioned, the quick rotation with the Farsa as well as the Kalea, along with the heal that she can provide in this team fight, will be really critical for their draft overall. And the Granger too, he needs to get the stacks onto his Skypiercer to be viable in the game. However, I think the glue will be a really annoying point for Fuse 5 here. But the draft from Fuse 5 too is a really well drafted coming from their end. I think a lot of purifies you can see already, right? Respect to Mr. What was his
Muanom?
name again? Muamom, right? Yeah, Muamom. So I think that was just required, but this will kind of make them vulnerable to the Joy, who can just dive in. And with the Purify, you cannot actually immune the damage, right? You can just immune the CC coming towards your side.
That is quite true. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn, as this is the MEA FEAI Grand Fest Season 1 Mobile Legends 5v5 category in the Sweet Stage day number 18. At the blue side we have small big, and at the red side we have Team Fusion. We have lots of interesting match already in match number 1, 2 and 3. This is already the last match, and it feels like this is just the beginning of the night, because all of the matches were really entertaining. We know that Small Big and Fuse 5 are going to give us a masterpiece, a great show. So wishing them the best of luck. Myself, Malsom, and our main caster, also known as the Hype Caster, is none other than Shin Ryu.
Absolutely, we are already seeing the game to be spanning out in the Land of Dawn. Both the teams are trying to just get the farm under their control. The Lithodo into the hands of the roamer Norin 2.0, actually securing it out. So a little bit of EXP denied to the Joy, of course. However, the main priority is going to be the mid control this game more often, because of the fact they have an Hayabusa along with the Zushin, who wants to just constantly pressure this Farsa from rotating around to the side. But it seems like the pressure is going to be on to the Zushin this time. Goes in with the Rhythm of Joy as well as the dancing of the beat, and that's going to be the first blood drawn out by Ailu onto Felix. So really quick early game. I mean, really quick early bird first blood coming in for this match.
For Fila, it's more like Fila, I guess. Fila.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, in Miza we have the name Fila. Okay, so I guess he add a little bit of an extra E, since Jerere even used to add those extra names here. The electrifying beat was so good, I should say. And also from the side of Jujin, he should prepare really well, because he got the Purify. When you use the Purify, you get a slight movement speed. If you use that Purify, maybe he could get inside the turret, and within this gold, or shall we say like the guard that is literally protecting it, is going to give them some kind of extra defense. Maybe he got a slight chance to survive that one, or even outplay. I think that is
Oh, there goes the AOG. The turtle is still a 50-50. Who's going to secure it out? It's going to be Ailu with the retribution, but Swama will take down Kalea out here, but there's going to be the mounted form from the glue. Is trying to stick it out, but there goes the Fella with her lantern flare as well as the crimson beacon. But it seems like Norin is really chunked low, but the glue has to mount down and is in a tight spot in the middle of two man. And right now Ailu wants to go in, and he will secure the kill onto Norin 2.0, but he still wants to get a bit more, but he has to back out. There are no more dashes available, but okay, one wants to go in. He still actually has the Tsunami Slam, but there is no one to follow him it up, so he wants to go back in. But Hayabusa wants to go in. He has the Port Shadow, but does not want to commit yet. But the Oki Shadow kill is still on CD, so he wants to just go back and take the purple. But however, it seems like Ailu wants to go in and wait the retribution here. Who's gonna get it? But before that, there's going to be the Tsunami Slam on to Jerry, and he will take it down with the help of the Feather Strike, of course. But Ailu goes back in and takes down Norin 2.0 for the second time, and that's going to be a lot of lead already being secured by small big.
And oh my gosh, I should say, the synergy, the connection that is coming from small big is literally just way too big, way too large, and way too much. Even Fuse 5, those upcoming initiation, the connection that is coming was so unexpected. And I should say small big are something else besides beyond their team name. And let's not forget, both teams are underdog. They are playing more like they are already in the Mythic leaderboard. But however, we have to know that being in the Mythic leaderboard is not something that we can just get it for name's sake. It is the kind of struggle that you have to go through, winning not just one tournament. You have to win multiple tournaments and prove yourself that you are worth it. And when we are saying winning multiple tournaments, before the Mythic leaderboard, we have the Elite leaderboard, where we actually call them the underdog teams, also known as the elite teams. So to reach the Mythic leaderboard, you need to be at the very top at the elite board as well. So with that being said, let's see. This is the second turtle of the game here. Both teams are ready. Fights resume.
There goes Musama as well as the landed player, the AOG 2. There's a lot of damage being dished out, but Glue will take down one person. It's going to be Monsaman. So Masa with the kill. Plutoski will take down Swama. Again, the turtle is still active out there, and it seems like the Hayabusa has already been zoned out. So this is going to be an easy turtle for small big with the help of the retribution. And now they go in for the steal. There's going to be the slam, grab, and that's the end of line for Jerry. And that is too sad because this is going to be a free mid lane given to the side of team Small Big, and they're really extending their lead at this point. There's very little that FEAI can do because of the constant pressure onto their jungler in this game, right? He's not being able to farm here, which is really trailing them behind. Oh, but wait. It's going to be another engage here. Norin gets the mounted from Night Fury, and that's going to be end of line for him too. And it seems like they're really marking this Garud Kacha here, Malsum.
Yeah, I mean, they are not marking the Gato particularly. It's more like whoever is coming front, as long as you got Kalia, who can literally use the Tsunami Slam, would of course punish it. And by the way, in case you do not notice it, Monom doesn't use that Tsunami Slam yet. He still got the ultimate skills ready for anyone who comes in front. And yeah, talking about Gato, it's not always about marking that Gato particularly. It is just that small big are syncing themselves so well. Everyone is always in the right position. Their burst damage is just so much that even a Gato can't sustain anything. A Gato with a Revitalize with an AOG can't survive all of those clash. And I should say small big, they are doing a great job. And for the side of FEAI, they just proved themselves that recently they can even beat such a great team. I won't repeat the team name for now, but what is happening tonight? Or is it that are they underperforming? Small big being so good, lots of questions to be raised. The third turtle is going to spawn within few seconds. That might be the time that we can talk more about it. And as for now, Jerere just use the retribution. Does this mean that this would be another turtle for the side of small big? And talking about the turtle, I don't think that without the retribution there isn't a way they could even contest for this turtle particularly.
And it's a lot of zone too. Jerere cannot actually even go to the vicinity. That's why he's just going for the farm out here, which is really important because the Hayabusa really is relevant once he gets a snowball. But there's a concealed play coming in from the side of small big. They want to get the kill onto Jerere, but he will be able to get out with the help of the quad shadow. But if you just take a look, a core item just being secured by Ailu, and it's gonna hurt even more here. So FEAI, time is really taking for them. They need to go for a game-changing play really early on before they just get too behind in this game.
And you're talking about the item difference. Hayabusa just got his Hunter Strike. I mean, he just got one item. On the other hand, for Ailu, he already completed 2 items and also secured the Holy Crystal. It is the most expensive magic damage item here. Oh, Flicker pops in.
Yeah, Flicker pops in with a Tsunami Slam, and there goes Jerere taken down with the help of Farz's Feather Airstrike, and that's an assassination coming in from the side of small big, and they're trying to just make more advances here. 2 members under the turret, but they're still trying to just kite the fight away a little bit before Night Fury again goes in. But again, the waves are still uncleared. A lot of damage onto Norin 2.0. He is forced to use the Revitalize, but the purple buff is gonna be the grand theft of that. But again, there's a knock-up onto Bella, and she is forced to use the Purify along with the Crimson Beacon just to survive, and the pressure constantly being there is giving the goal lead into the hands of small big. 7k already, and we are 9 minutes into the game.
Goal difference is wide. Even the objective secure is literally something else, and the shadow kill is more like a shadow strike for now. Even Moskov lands those things. Oh wait, what is here?
What is here? There's gonna be the Feather Airstrike drop down, but Y2J will fall. Messi scoring the kills as well as the goals, and that's gonna be 2 members down. Night Fury a bit too overextended, and Ailu will take down Fella, so it's still okay. 2 for 2 trade so far, but again, Ailu wants to go back in. He has the electrifying beat, but it's gonna be stunned down under the turret. Jerere with the kill, and that's a big shutdown goal going into the side of FEAI. They're able to just get back a little bit of economy that they have lost so far, and a little bit of sigh of relief for them for sure. But it's a big gap to cover for sure. The lore is up. FEAI, how do they contest?
Well, for the side of FEAI, just compare. Should we say more like a comparison here? Oh, Tsunami Slam.
Oh. Tsunami Slam onto Jirere. He uses the shadow kills. Muanon will be getting taken down. Farsa goes out with the feathered, not the feathered airstrike, but the wings by wings. So they are a member down bot lane. They are trying to just push the waves. However, I think mid is wide open. They can just take the advantage. However, the members are slowly rotating. The Lord advantage still there, but the feather strike already dropped down to clear the waves. Fella taking a bit of damage. Still okay, but the mid lane will not stand any more longer. The first tier already being taken down. There's a taunt onto Ailu, but there goes the flicker as well as the final slash, but not enough to take him down. But Swama a bit low. There goes the Sky Piercer from Plutowski to take him down. And right now onto the run is Fuse 5. Farsa goes in, but this might be too deep for her. But there goes a stun. Before you can use the shadow kill, Jirere gets taken down. Two members instantly traded off from Fuse 5 for their over aggression, and this will open up the Lord for small big.
And on top of that, even if it was a 5v5, unless the zoning out is so perfect on the jungle side, the level difference for both the jungler is already wide. It was 3 level difference, and right now Ailu already reached level 15, meaning that he reached the maximum possible level, and it is already level 4 difference. The level is going to matter a lot, especially for the jungler. Why? Because the higher layer level is, the more damage you can deal on the objective, and yes, your retribution would deal more damage. In short, that is why small big were already having a winning and advantage in that Lord fight. But again, that Jirere, those plays that he just made when he can land the shadow strike, the shadow kill, SG1 makes a big mistake and giving them a white free Lord. 12 minutes isn't yet. It's not 12 minutes of the game yet, so the Holy Guard will still be there for Fuse 5 to find ways to protect their throne, their crystal, or even their inner turret here. But while we were not focusing here, Jirere got a little bit more of an outplay from Messi. Here he got trapped. Ailu with the electrifying beats and those few basic attacks secures another kill, and it is 15-8 with a gold difference of 5,000 in total. What is there for Fuse 5 to do now? Jirere, yes, it is their shadow kill. The 1v1 boss, we can even say Hayabusa can't pick off the Farsa by now. The way of the dragon, not the way of the dragon, the way for Fuse 5 is narrowing little by little, unless, I guess it's up to Y2J now. Unless Moskov is doing something great job, I am not finding any good spot for them.
Yeah, actually the problem is the trailing behind for this Hayabusa. Of course, there's gonna be the Tsunami Slam actually used onto Fella, but the Purify will be just helping her to get out of the sticky situation. However, 5 members are still standing next to the inhibitor turret, and as you can see, they are trying to go in for the siege for the last slot push. They did not sync the waves properly. The macro was not really there, and even the distraction from the Hayabusa, Jirere actually brought enough time for to clear the lot. But right now, the top lane second tier will be falling down into the hands of small big, and they're trying to further their lead. They're trying to push in. The holy defense from the mid lane is already down. The feather airstrike has a low CD, gets propped up again, but Fella wants to go in to cancel it out, but did not get the Crimson Beacon passive to the max, so he cannot pick him up for the displacement. However, Fuse 5, they really need to hold on to their inhibitors for a bit longer. They need to extend this game to around 16 to 17 minutes, where the goal difference would not really make too much of a difference, but they can potentially have a chance at a comeback because they have an insurance in the hands of Moscow for that late game. He should be having enough items by that time to turn the tides around.
Also, talking about matching up with the gold there, small pick are doing a great job here. The Lord is going to spawn here. They are making sure that the lane are slow pushing each other here. Top lane, yes, it is going to be another slow push, but yeah, they're Moskov and Gato are literally at the top lane. Now they are being tear apart. Bot lane is going to be another slow push. So when it comes to laning, small pick are really careful about those small details, and that is going to help them secure another free Lord. And for the side of top lane, I guess this won't be much of a big problem for the side of team small because Fuse 5 managed to secure the second turret, but at the cost of what? They are going to trade it out with the Lord, and with this Lord coming, I am not sure how small big are going to turn things around, but they would get a slight advantage to manage to end the game here. But look at here, we got Jirere, Plutowski, Messi. Oh, it's more like, yeah, this is going to be an interesting fight coming up here. So, onto the hand to the main caster Shinrai.
Yes, once again, the Lord Siege, there's going to be the knock along with the Feather Airstrike. There goes the Tsunami Slam, bringing back one member, but look at the backline, there's going to be the Shadow Kill on to Plotski. He still survives by distributing the damage, but it's a lot of damage being faced. SOD does not connect, completely misses out, but Night Fury a bit too overextended. Two members have already been fallen down from the side of Small Big. They have really pushing too much, but there's a knock up again onto Fella. Smess is really low, Norin wanted to go in, but the final slash onto two members, Granger low, but it's going to be Monom, bit extended, being cut off from the rest of the members, but still survives by the sustain. She has no more damage, but again the Feather Airstrike dropped down. Swama still survives, but the waves are still uncleared. Team Fuse 5, they need to clear it, otherwise they're gonna lose the inhibitors, which are gonna be really important for them. Middle lane already open, the sides still stands. Fuse 5, they still have a chance in this fight.
Fuse 5 just proved themselves. I should say that they are worthy of the challenge for Small Big, and also managed to knock out just such a great team. Let me put that for an addition. And for Hayabusa particularly, he doesn't go for those massive bursts, rather going for those armor reduction items such as the War Axe, Sea Hellbark, and the Melee Figure Horror, and even the Hunter Strike. Lots of
Norin does lose the immortality, but he cannot even use the AOG for the safety. He gets bursted down. The Revitalist was available, but okay, Y2J takes a bit of damage. There's gonna be chase, there's gonna be the knockabout to him. No more Purify available, but still they're able to dash out the mountain from the glue. It's already there, but he's brought back. Plutowski guns him down, and at this point, Small Big, they're knocking at the doors of Fuse 5. They want to end this game. They have no minions. They actually have a small cannon minions, but it gets cleared out. The final slash onto them is still able to clear the minions, but he will fall finally into the hands of the gunner. And right now, double kill for Plutowski is looking to end the game with the rest of the members. Feather Airstrike again, and a triple kill for Plutowski, and this is gonna be a level down for Fuse 5 as they get knocked down to the 0-1 bracket. Small Big, they go advanced to the 1-0 bracket.
Or we can even say the winning bracket for the winning team, Small Big. Congratulations, and Fuse 5, they were doing a great job, but especially, let's talk about the early game for now. Since this is the last match, I guess we got enough time to talk about it, I guess. So Fuse 5, they were not doing so well in the early phase, I should say here. The Joy Elu securing that first blood helps them a lot, and Jujin, what can she do against this kind of lineup? You think you can catch a Kalia? Actually, no, Kalia, she can literally hop around, and on top of that, Kalia, if you knock up and try to kite her around, she will turn those kind of kites into more of a Tsunami Slam setup for the lineup. So I personally think that Fela is a good player when it comes to the mid lane control, but the particular hero, the capability of the hero isn't doing so well. And in addition to that, this Hayabusa in the early phase, no pick off, and also in the mid stage of the game, he is getting only assists. And also this kind of item where it is all about burst, is he trying to burst down the front lane, or I'm not sure what is coming up. I do like the fact that there's a War Axe in the lineup which can help him sustain out and recover some of his lost HP, but getting a War Axe is quite expensive, and using War Axe like the 5th item, nope. And also just looking to his last item, we can see that he might even go for the Endless Battle. So Fuse 5, I am not sure about the itemization in some of the draft here, but they were delivering a good game. But talking about delivering a good game, I should say Small Big, they are showing a masterpiece just now, especially all those kind of rotation, the synergy they had, and not even a time for Fuse 5 to react in those multiple scenario. And let's just check out the data once here. Even the damage deal is just so massive here. Jujin, she even deals a total of 30% damage, but if we scale it into the total amount, it is just 40,000, while Messi, the Farsa, contribute a total of 70,000. That is more than 50% of what Fila is providing. But the GG's, that was such a great game, isn't it, Shin?
You know, like you mentioned, the Granger really need to stack up in the early game, and that's what he did, right? I believe he had a 80 stack by the end of the game, for sure. And that gives so much advantage. And for the Zushin, she's more about the utility in those team fights, right? Therefore, like, the damage would be a bit less. However, the Farsa's Feather Airstrike cooldown is so low. Like, I think she sometimes even used it twice in the same fight, right? She just waited for a little bit, and the cooldown was up, and there she goes again. the way they can kite away was so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel one problem that Fuse 5 really had was the fact that their engager or the initiator that they had, Katutkacha, was completely disabled. He could
Mm-hmm.
not play really aggressive, and that kind of forced them to play a bit passive games where they could not even go in for the cancellation of this feather airstrike with the AOG. So if they had been able to done that, I think they could really do well. But I still feel, instead of the Zushin, they could have gone for the Zetian, which could have given a lot of advantage instead in this game.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is, right?
Yeah, it is what it is. Good game, great match, and it's not at the end of the journey for the team anyway. They'll get their second chance in the 0-1 pool, and for the winner pool also, they'll still get the 1-0. So let's see. Lots of exciting matches are coming up. That is all for the Pool B side, first 4 matches. Tomorrow we are going to have the remaining 8 matches. That is like 5, 6, 7 match coming up. So everyone, hoping to see you guys there for another interesting moment. And with that being said, guys, that's all for the MEX FEI Grand Fest 1 Sweet Stage in the Mobile Legends 5v5 category on day number 19. Myself, Malsom, and those hype, beautiful casting that you just witnessed was from none other than the white blazer guy, Mr. Shinrayu. Okay, Shinrayu, would you like to say goodbye?
Absolutely. Thank you for joining in, ladies and gentlemen. It was an absolute pleasure for having such an active audience. Malsam have been constantly talking about it throughout the stream, right? And we would love to get even more supports from you. And don't forget what he said, like the dates, you should mark it on your calendar in the month of October. You know where to come, you know how to come here. If you don't know, we'll tell it again for tomorrow's stream. So do come and join by. So just there will be a little bit of elements of surprise. But again, with that, I think this will be the end of night from our end right here, Malsam. So it's a goodbye, but a short one, because we promise that we'll be back tomorrow with more games and more exciting matchups that will just take you off your seat and make you just awestruck.
All right. Any good nights?
Oh, absolutely. Malsam, since you're a blessing, so you have blessed us with your presence, of course. And with that, we will be calling it a good night for everyone. And congratulations to all the teams that are winning. And thank you for joining in, ladies and gentlemen.